In our day-to-day life, we come across with the word relation. Generally speaking, by relation, we usually understand some connection between the two living or non-living things, like relation of teacher-students, brother-sister, etc. We are quite familiar with this relation. Now we understand this concept of relation in mathematics. In this class, we shall discuss to find out the number of relation and function between two sets. Before this, we have to know about Cartesian product, definition of relation, and definition of function. Next is Cartesian product. Suppose there are two sets A and B. Element of A is 1, 2 and element of B is A, B and C. If we find out A cross B, then element of A cross B are 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B and 2C. We find that the element of A cross B are in order pair, or we can write order pair 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B and 2C are element of A cross B. If we represent this in diagrammatically, we get this figure where 1 is related to A, 1 is related to B and 1 is related to C. Similarly, 2 is related to A, 2 is related to B and 2 is related to C. That means relation is come from the Cartesian product. Now we consider another diagram. In this diagram, we can say that 1 is related to A and 1 is related to C, which can be written as R is equal to order pair 1A and order pair 1C. From this, we came to know that a relation R from set A to set B is a subset of the Cartesian product of A cross B and is derived by describing relationship between the first and the second element of the order pair. Now, this is a question for you. State true or false. Phi is a relation from A to B for any two sets A and B. Here phi means empty set. What is the answer? The answer is true because we know that phi is subset of every set. Therefore phi is subset of A cross B and subset of A cross B is a relation. Therefore phi is a relation. Now we come to the point to find out the number of relation. Suppose A and B are two sets. Number of element in A is n. Number of element in B is n. We know that relation is subset of A cross B. Therefore, first we have to find out the number of element present in A cross B. Here number of element in A is n and number of element in B is n. Therefore, number of element present in A cross B is equal to mn. In set, we know that number of subset of a set with n element is equal to 2 to the power n. Here number of element in A cross B is mn. Therefore number of subset of A cross B is equal to 2 to the power mn, which is equal to the number of relation from set A to set B. Therefore the answer is 2 to the power mn. Now consider an example. Number of element of A is equal to 2. Number of element of B is equal to 3. then the number of relation from A to B is equal to 2 to the power 2 into 3, which is equal to 2 to the power 6, that is equal to 64. So if A has 2 elements, B has 3 elements, then number of relation from A to B is equal to 64. Now this is a question for you. If element of A is equal to 1, 2 and B is a null set, then find the number of relation from A to B. The answer is 1, because number of element in A is 2, number of element in B is equal to 0. So number of element in A cross B is equal to 0. The number of relation is 2 to the power 0, which is equal to 1. Next is function. We know that function is a special kind of relation. So what is the definition of function? A relation from set A to set B is said to be a function if every element of set A has one and only one image in set B. Now we divide this definition into two parts. What is the first part? That are the important point. Every element present in set A has image. That means first set A is equal to domain. And the second point is image is unique. It means each element has one image. Now look at the diagram. Here 1 is related to A, 2 is related to C. The element present in first set is 1 and 2. Both has image. 1 has A and 2 has C. And both has one image. Means image is unique. Therefore, this diagram represent a function. We can write 1 is related to A as f1 is equal to A, f2 is equal to C, or order pair 1A 2C is equal to function. This is a question for you. State true or false. First bit is all relation are function. Second bit is all function are relation. What is the answer? Let me explain. सपोज अभिषेक तुम्हारा क्लास में पढ़ रहा है, तो अभिषेक के साथ सबका रिलेशन है. कौन सा रिलेशन है? फ्रेंडशिप रिलेशन. अभिषेक जब अपना बर्थडे मनाता है, उसी फंक्शन में सबको बुलाता है या नहीं बुलाता है? सबके साथ तो रिलेशन है. फंक्शन में सबको बुलाता है या नहीं बुलाता है? नहीं बुलाता है. तो इससे क्या पता चला? ऑल रिलेशन आर नॉट फंक्शन. Therefore, first one is false, because here is all relation are function. So first one is false. बर्थडे फंक्शन में अभिषेक का जो भी आए हैं, उनका सबका अभिषेक के साथ कुछ ना कुछ रिलेशन होगा. रिलेशन नहीं होगा तो वो बर्थडे फंक्शन में नहीं आएंगे. मतलब फंक्शन में है, मतलब जरूर कुछ रिलेशन होगा. Therefore, all function are relation. So second bit is true. First one is false. Second one is true. Next, we have to find out number of function. Suppose A and B are two sets. Number of element in A is n. Number of element in B is n. We have to find out number of function from A to B. From definition of function, what do we know? We know that every element of A must be related to an element of B. Therefore, so in this diagram, there is m element A1, A2 up to Am in set A and n element B1, B2, B3 and up to Bn in set B. Now element A1 of set A related to any one element of B. A can be related with B1 or B2 or B3 up to Bn. Then A1 can be related to any one element of B in how many ways? N ways. Similarly, A2 related to N ways up to Am is related in N ways. In counting principle, we know that if first place is filled up in m ways, second place is n ways, then number of ways is m into n. Therefore, here number of function is equal to n into n into n. How many n? Mn, because A1 can be related in n ways, A2 can be related in n ways, Am can be related in n ways. So number of function is equal to n into n into n m times. That is equal to n to the power m. Consider an example. A and B are two sets. Number of element in A is 3 and number of element in B is 2. Then the number of function from A to B is 2 to the power 3, not 3 to the power 2, because element of A has 3 element. Element of B is 2 element. Formula is number of element in B to the power number of element in A. So here answer is 2 to the power 3 is equal to how much? 8. This is a question for you. If element of A is 1 and 2, number of element in B is equal to 3, find the number of function from A to B. What is the answer? Here number of element in B is 3, number of element in A is 2. And so answer is 3 to the power 2, which is equal to 9. Dear students, from next class we start the chapter matrices for class 12 students and complex number for class 11 students. Thank you.